how Dominik Mysterio won over his future wife. Dominik Mysterio may be known today as a rising star in WWE, but long before he stepped into the squared circle, he was fighting a different kind of battle, one for love. In a heartfelt and revealing interview on Stephanie McMahon's What's Your Story podcast, Dominik opened up about his teenage romance with Marie, the girl who stole his heart in middle school and eventually became his wife. Their love story is a testament to patience, determination, and the power of never giving up. Their journey began when Dominik was just in the 8th grade. At the time, Marie already stood out to him. Tall, graceful, with captivating green eyes and flowing brown hair. Dominik was immediately smitten. But winning her heart wouldn't be easy. I asked her to be my girlfriend 3 different times, and she said no all 3 times. Dominik shared during the podcast, but the 4th time was a charm. Despite the initial rejections, Dominik didn't back down. His persistence became the foundation of a relationship that would eventually span more than a decade. He admits that he was completely taken by Marie from the very beginning. I was very persistent because, she's tall, beautiful, green eyes, long brown hair. So I was caught up. I was like, she's got to be mine one way or another. In a clever and somewhat humorous move, Dominik found a creative way to get closer to her. Even though Spanish is his first language, he intentionally enrolled in a beginner-level Spanish class, Spanish 1, just so he could be around her more often. He laughed while recalling the moment on the podcast. I forced myself into the Spanish class knowing damn well I spoke Spanish. I knew she was in there, and she wouldn't talk to me otherwise. That decision may have seemed silly to others at the time, but for Dominik, it was a calculated risk, and one that paid off. His commitment to finding a way to connect with Marie showed just how serious he was, even as a young teenager. His efforts eventually broke through Marie's initial hesitation. After several years of knowing each other and slowly growing closer, the 4th time Dominik asked her out, she finally said yes. From that point forward, their relationship blossomed. What started as a middle school crush transformed into a meaningful bond that stood the test of time. The couple stayed together for 14 years before finally tying the knot. That kind of long-term commitment is rare, especially for high school sweethearts, and it speaks volumes about the strength of their connection and the respect they build over time. Through teenage ups and downs, personal growth, and the unique pressures that come with being in the spotlight, Dominik and Marie remain steadfast. For Dominik, having Marie by his side has been a stabilizing force throughout his wrestling career. While he's faced tough opponents and intense storylines in WWE, his real-life love story has grounded him. His journey with Marie reminds fans that love doesn't always come easy. It sometimes takes repeated efforts, unwavering belief, and the courage to face rejection. What's even more inspiring is the way Dominik shares his story. Rather than framing his persistence as frustration or desperation, he tells it with genuine joy and gratitude. He's proud of how far they've come and appreciative that he never gave up. Their story also offers a refreshing take on young love. It shows that middle school crushes can turn into lifelong partnerships if nurtured with respect, patience, and a bit of humor. It also highlights that rejection doesn't always mean the end. Sometimes, it's just a part of the journey towards something greater. In the world of professional wrestling, where stories are often dramatic, larger than life, and filled with betrayal, Dominik Mysterio's real-life love story with Marie stands out for its simplicity and sincerity. It's a beautiful reminder that persistence pays off, both in and out of the ring. From cocky kid to committed husband, how Dominik learned the value of persistence and partnership. Back in grade school, Dominik was known for showing off. When the teacher asked if anyone in class could count to 10 in Spanish, he didn't just raise his hand. He boldly counted all the way to 50. Instead of impressing his classmates or earning praise, the move earned him a new label in Marie's eyes: cocky. That moment was the start of a long, unexpected journey, one where persistence would become Dominik's most valuable lesson. As kids, Marie wasn't exactly charmed by Dominik's over-the-top personality, but Dominik was never one to back down. Over the years, through school halls and shared friends, he kept finding ways to be around her, make her laugh, and, most importantly, show her who he really was behind all the bravado. I guess I've always had a loud personality, Dominik admitted. But what I've learned through Marie is that persistence doesn't mean pushing. It means showing up, staying steady, and never giving up on what feels right. That approach eventually paid off. Years after that infamous Spanish counting incident, Marie saw something deeper in him, and after plenty of time, growth, and a few rejections along the way, she gave him a chance. The couple tied the knot over a year ago, and their bond has only deepened since then. Without her, I'd be lost, Dominik confessed. Even when we got married, I didn't plan a single thing. I didn't pick the venue, the food, or even the invitations. She just told me the day and time to show up, and I did exactly that. That anecdote isn't just funny. It reveals a key part of their relationship dynamic. For all of Dominik's youthful flair and energy, he's found balance and grounding in Marie's steady, thoughtful presence. When asked what makes their marriage work, Dominik didn't hesitate. We have the same values and morals, he said simply. That's what matters. People see a couple from the outside and assume it's about big gestures or perfect photos, but it's really about what stays the same at home. Their home, filled with laughter, patience, and understanding, has become their quiet sanctuary. While their beginnings were marked by playfulness and persistence, their present is built on mutual respect and shared beliefs. Marie, too, has reflected on the unique rhythm of their relationship. I think what makes us strong is that we balance each other out, she shared. Dominik brings the energy, and I bring the structure. We've learned how to support each other's strengths and not compete. It hasn't always been easy. Like any couple, they've faced challenges, disagreements, and tough moments. But through it all, Dominik kept showing up, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. That consistency, rooted in love and commitment, turned out to be the key. Sometimes people think love is all about passion and fireworks, Dominik said. But for us, it's about the little things, doing the dishes without being asked, holding hands during a movie, talking through problems instead of walking away. It's in the everyday stuff. More than a year into their marriage, Dominik and Marie are stronger than ever. Their journey reminds us that sometimes the best things in life don't happen in a flash. They happen over time, through effort, patience, and a lot of heart. Looking back, Dominik laughs at how it all started. I thought counting to 50 would impress her, he said with a grin. Turns out, what really won her over was just being there again and again. Their journey reminds us that sometimes the best things in life don't happen in a flash. They happen over time, through effort, patience, and a lot of heart. Looking back, Dominik laughs at how it all started. I thought counting to 50 would impress her, he said with a grin. Turns out, what really won her over was just being there again and again.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.